Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Today's episode of Hobby Talk Tuesday, I wanted to talk about Charizards and the famous Charizard artwork like this that you see. There's this new set, Celebrations, has come out, and it's definitely, I've noticed a lot of people getting back into Pokemon card collecting, or collectors that never really collected Pokemon. They are getting very into trying to build this set. So this is going to bring a lot of new collectors into the hobby, and there's a lot of interest in Charizard because that's one of the biggest cards in the Celebration set. So I wanted to do a video just kind of show, this is kind of elementary if you know a lot about Pokemon, but I wanted to do a video so that if you're new to Pokemon and you see this Charizard card, how you can tell the differences between the original Charizard cards from 1999 to the other reprints, and also all the way to this new Charizard from Celebrations. So this is actually the original base set Charizard, and it is the unlimited version. Now you can tell it's from the base set because there's no symbols over here, no set symbol. Also, it's not first edition because there's not a first edition stamp. Now, I don't have a first edition Charizard, but if I did, it would have this artwork, but it would look more like this. So there's the first edition stamp, and over here, you'll notice it does not have a shadow. If you notice here on this Charizard, there's a little bit of a dark shadow on this border, on this edge. This card does not have that. So the first edition base set cards did not have a shadow here. So if you have a first edition base set Charizard, it would have this stamp right here and no shadow. So then, of course, next came the regular base set Charizard. Then soon after, there was the base set 2. And so this was actually another reprint of the Charizard card. So if you notice on here, the holo pattern is a little bit different than the original Charizard. You can see the way the holo is, just some different symbols there in the background of the holo effects. And you'll notice here there's a number 2 with the Pokemon ball. That means it's from base set 2. And this is not the original Charizard. This is actually a reprint from base set 2. This came out in 2000. But basically, everything else about it looks very similar. You know, the backs look the same, all that. Both very cool, and of course has this great Mitsuhiro Arita artwork. Phenomenal card. So a while later, in 2002, this set came out. This is called the Legendary Collection. Now, the Charizard card, which is this exact same artwork, was reprinted again in this set. And if you'll notice, the holo pattern is very similar to the original base set rather than base set 2. You can see those little stars. I'm not sure what you call that holo pattern, but it's not the same holo pattern. This is called the Cosmo holo. And this is the original style of holo. But of course it would have Charizard on here. And here's the set symbol, how you would know it's Legendary Collection. There's like a little medal right there, and that set symbol tells you that this card is from Legendary Collection. Again, it's considered a reprint of the original Charizard. Now you could have this card that has this crazy background. Now you might think, whoa, that's a fake card. But no, this is actually the first ever reverse holos came out in this Legendary Collection set. And if you notice, it does have that same set symbol right there. I do not have the Charizard reverse holo either, but if you did, it would have the same background, except of course it'd have Charizard in this artwork. And the actual artwork of the Charizard would be like this, non-holo. But the rest of the card has this firework holo effects. That's why it's called a reverse holo. So that came out in 2002. I wish I had one of each one to show you, but I don't. Sorry. Now they've made a lot of Charizards over the years. And then in 2016, a set called Evolutions came out, XY Evolutions. And this was a reprint of a lot of the base set cards again. And if you notice, it's got the same Arita artwork. You notice the flames are now part of the Pokemon, where in the original style, it was the flames are just part of the holo pattern. So you'll notice that. Also, the holo pattern is definitely different. A lot more effects in it than the original one. And also, the the background of the card is a little bit darker red. And also, you'll notice down here, we have a set symbol. That is the Evolutions set symbol. And you also notice it's card number 11, where the original Charizard's card number 4. So this was a great reprint of this card. Really cool. This set brought a lot of people back into collecting Pokemon cards. And there's also reverse holos of this in this set. And that's what the reverse holo looks like from the Evolution set. As you can tell, reverse holo. This part of the Pokemon is non-holo, but the rest of the card is, where on the regular holo, this part of the card is holographic and the rest is not. So that's why it's called a reverse holo. So those were from Evolutions. And then in 2021, as we know, this very exciting set called Celebrations is out, and once again we have reprinted the Charizard card, or Pokemon is reprinted. Again, like the Evolutions card, the flames are part of the Pokemon, not in the holo, and it has a very distinct holo pattern there. And also another feature, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this entire card has a textured feel. Like there's little ridges on the card. Very fancy. And also you'll notice there's this Pikachu 25th anniversary symbol on the card right there. Now it does have the original same base set number 4 of 102, just like the original version. I'll find it here. Yeah. So I should put these both up side by side so you can see the side by side. This one very similar. Like Evolutions had a more modern style border. This one reproduces that original style thicker yellow border. So they did a really nice job of reprinting this, but making it still different. And if you just look closely, you can see the differences there. Now there is not a reverse holo of this card, but in a premium collection there is another reprint of this card, a metal card that's all gold, very distinct from all the other ones. You'd never get it confused with the original ones. So if you're new to Pokemon card collecting, you open Celebrations pack and you pull this, you're like, wow, this is a great card, but it is not exactly the same as the original base set card. Original base set card, they've reprinted it over the years, but there's always been differences, so you can tell that this was the original one and these others were from other sets. Probably the one that looks the most like it is the one from the Legendary Collection, because it has the exact same holo pattern as the original does, but it just has this little Legendary symbol right there. And also base set 2 is very similar, but you can definitely spot differences in the holographic patterns back there, and has the big number 2 right there. Alright, hope you guys were enjoying that video. I just, with all these different reprinted Charizards that are out there now, I just want to do a video for maybe some new Pokemon collectors so they can quickly identify, by looking at the card, what edition of Charizard that they have. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.